أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآله السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. Thank you very much for being with us for all these days. This is the last session. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. All praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for granting us this opportunity to conduct these sessions in the morning for everyone who can join. Inshallah, we will take suggestions from you today how to progress, inshallah, for future sessions. But let's continue with the dua of the Prophet for this day, 15th day of Ramadan. Of course, first of all, we would like to convey our Mubaraki to the 12th Imam on the birth of the second Imam, Muhammad Mustafa Islam, and to all of you also on this special day. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد اللهم ارزقني فيه طاعة الخاشعين واشرف فيه صدري بإنابة المخبتين يمانك يا أمان الخائفين. Allah, on this day grant me the obedience of the humble. طاعة الخاشعين. Subhanallah. People who are humble, can imagine. See, Islam, usually those who are proud, they want people to follow them. But here is, Prophet saying, Allah was ta'atul khashin. Those are obedience, of course, to humble, that means obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to the truth, right? Washra fihi sadri inamatul mukhbatin. Open my breast to the patient, penitence of the meek, the people who do tawbah, or turn towards Allah, mukhbatin. Yamanika Yaman al-Khaifin, with your clemency, O the heaven of the frightened. Short but beautiful dua. Today, I'll just discuss one hadith. This is hadith number 123 in our book, Kitab al-Mumin, chapter number 5. Bismillah ar-Rahman. It has been reported from that Abu Jafar, that means referring to 50 Imam Muhammad Baqir Salawatullah Wassalamu alayhi, saying, Allah confided to his servant Musa bin Imran. Allah said to Musa, for some of my servants, I shall open a paradise and make them rulers in it. So they would not only be in Jannah, in paradise, but Allah will make them rulers in the sense that they will have say in there. Perhaps even in the sense that if they want to invite their friends or their relatives, they would do that, right? My Lord asked Musa, who are these for whom you shall open your paradise and cause them to be therein? Who are those? Musa asked him. One who brings joy to a believer, he said, he replied. So imagine when we try to help believers and bring joy to them by, for example, elevating their problems, their distress, whatever it is, that will be something which is like Allah so much, right? That will not only take us to Jannah, but inshallah, we'll be in a position to invite also others to Jannah. Then Abu Jafar continued, the 50th verse says, there was a believer who lived in fear under the rule of a tyrant. That means he was living among the Muslims, but the ruler was tyrant, like somebody like Saddam and others. No? He therefore fled to a land of politics. So he had to leave that land where he was living and go and live amongst the mushrikeen and put down with the person who befriended, showed compassion, and aided him. So he was amongst the company of mushrikeen politics, but in spite of this person helped him. He saw that there is a stranger, befriended him, showed compassion, and aided him. Just because you are a stranger in this country, we'll try to help you. He didn't mind this person was not a polytheist, right? When this mushrik, this polytheist died, Allah said to him, by my might and my glory, I swear, if there was a place in my paradise for a polytheist, I would have made you to abide therein. But paradise is forbidden to one who dies as a polytheist. But because you have died as a mushrik, and Jannat is not for you, and that is why you will not have a place. So I will order the fire of hell to evade tormenting you. On the other hand, because you will go to Jahannam, but I'll ask Jahannam not to torment you. So Abu Jafar added, he will be given his sustenance twice a day. And then, of course, he'll be given risk twice a day. Will it be from paradise? Asked. That means a reporter is asking, will it be from paradise or from whoever? So Imam said, from whoever Allah pleases. Allah will decide where to get him. But the idea is you can see that when we cause happiness, when we are the cause of bringing happiness for believers by trying to help them any way we can, that is something which is like to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are many hadiths, of course, in this regard. Whatever we could do in these 15 days. Usually we continue till the end of the month, but inshallah I'll be traveling on Thursday. And because of that, I could not continue because although it is an online class, wherever I go, I can still conduct, but you never know. Sometimes, timings and availability of internet. So I didn't want, for example, to keep people just waiting until I join. So just please pray for my safety as I go. And we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah accept these little efforts which we have offered Mu'mineen through online sessions. We started, as I said, this thing during COVID. At that time, we had very good attendance. It was so popular that even after Ramadan, people said continue even in Shawwal, which we continued for 2 weeks. But then, of course, over time, the attendance has gone down. As you can see, today's attendance, 13 people are there. And but the good thing is that every day we started, we always had 10 people to start with, which was not bad. But perhaps if we can do something differently or better, then I'm open for your suggestions. Before we continue, I'll tell you that what we are doing is, some of you might have seen this book. This is the book Amali of Sheikh al-Mufid. This was translated by Mahmoud Askar just before his death. He completed. This is a wonderful book, right? And this is Amali was what that Sheikh Mufid was a great scholar. He would sit with some of his companions, some of his students, right, in the houses of his students. So he started in the month of Ramadan, 404 age, and ended in 411 age. Just 2 years before his death. That means before the death of what Sheikh al-Mufid. So you can see from 404, almost 7 years, he sat with them, and then these, whatever he used to discuss with his students, the students would try to take note of them, again check with him, and the whole book came. This was known as Amali. It's known as Amali, that means dictation, is also known as Majalis, or Majalis, that means the gathering, when they sit and do this thing. So we started, what I can remember, we had a discussion about Dua Makan Akhlaq, which did, I think last year we had a combat with self, Jihad bin Nafs, and all other things you can find on YouTube, on our channel. Alhamdulillah, every time we have done this thing, we have recorded it, it's there. In any case, any questions or any suggestions, how we progress? It's your turn now. Feel free. You can either put in a chat or even unmute yourself and very briefly just say this thing. So, inshallah, if Allah gives us life for next year or even, for example, future sessions, we are open for the suggestions. Academy is here to serve Mu'mineen. And by the way, some of you also, when registering, you also give donations. We are thankful for that. Thank you very much for that. Any suggestions, or what can we do to perhaps attract more participants? Is it the timing? Is it the topic? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now this is something. Reminder. Yeah, we have email of those registered, so we need to. This system, I'm not sure. Maybe Zoom has that kind of feature. We'll check into it. Before we had Zoom, we had any meeting. Any meeting had a very good feature that automatically it will remind you, I think 2 days before, 1 day before, 1 hour before. I'm not sure if Zoom has that kind of thing. I'll check with my webmaster and ask them that if the Zoom has that facility that anybody who registers then gets a reminder. But yeah, what we have the emails of all those registered, And but then I have to personally manually send an email every day, which will be too much. In the month of Ramadan, taking because the other kind of what responsibility. But yeah, there's a good suggestion that the reminder can be sent. Again, not
Assalamu
well.
alaikum.
We have made a flyer which was put on our social media. We have a social media, and also we had given to Jamaat. Also, Jamaat, I think, also advertised, if I'm not mistaken. And social media was there also on. We advertise 3-4 weeks on Fridays. But yeah, we'll see what else can we do for this thing. But yeah, the reminder thing is a good point that those who register should be sent an email reminder. So that's a good thing. I'll see if Zoom has that kind of feature. Facebook, I think when we say social media, it may be also on Facebook. I'm not. I can check with the social media person. Social media has access to Facebook, Twitter, Telegram. I think she's the person who handles this thing. She's the pro on social media, and she does things. I don't check it because I don't go on social media, so I don't know what she's doing. But I'm assuming that she's doing a good work. But I'll check with her now.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, that is also a good idea that perhaps these past people who attended, we can send them inshallah email. But you see, all these things we have to do it manually, personally. See, this is what that means everything falls back. So the more time I put in administration, the less time I would have on the academic aspect of it. But yeah, I agree with the suggestions. Usually, when we send emails of reminder, but then no, I realize that I have to send to them every time. When I teach classes, every week I send a reminder to my students, but I didn't do for this thing. Perhaps tackle Najbalaga for future sessions. Yeah, that's also a good idea. Najbalaga is quite broad, but yeah, we can take something from it. Saifa Dua is also a good thing. Yeah, of course, Saifa Dua. Yeah, that is actually my passion. We have a special portal of Saifa on the website. Yeah, so those are good suggestions. Yes, somebody wanted to say something.
Yeah, I was. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikhna.
Islam.
So maybe for those of us that were in the class, we can write you a small testimonial, and maybe next year, you said 3 to 4 weeks before, maybe even start earlier. And I don't know if there's a way. You and I have chatted privately, but looking to connect with people like Nasimco, if they can send out the flyers, and or even like Masjid Ali here in New Jersey, and so on and so forth. So maybe starting even earlier, but I know it's not always easy, but maybe putting a testimonial and seeing other organizations that can help as well to share the word around.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Whatever comments you have sent them, we have a section on our website with some testimonials. If you go to our website, but just go to about, you'll find number of testimonials for reflections, for Tahajjud Salat, for publications, all those things. So yeah, those would help. Perhaps, yeah, we did post on Nasimco. There is a Nasimco business group. So it
Yeah,
was
on
posted
WhatsApp.
twice there.
Yeah, and maybe those of us that are there, maybe we can continue promoting it.
Exactly,
Instead of you doing it, like the students do it, on your behalf, and maybe.
By all means, whenever you get our flyer, you don't have to ask for permission. Go ahead, and I always tell people, share with your contacts.
The other thing is, maybe down the road, Greater Sins by Ayatollah Dastaghaib could be something to consider down the road as well.
Okay, so we have got Hezbollah, Saif, and Greater Sins. Yeah, okay, inshallah. Thank you very much again. So please keep us in your du'as, and inshallah pray that we can continue serving, because we have this facility of online, we can continue doing this thing, and that inshallah, I hope that you also have benefited and put into practice what we have learned, inshallah. وصلي على محمد وعلى آله الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد